I'm famous for this. When I come to work, I have my little Andrew Lessman list of things I need to get, so you're always welcome.
I thought you get a little bag that you stash.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
I need to do that too before I leave. Yeah. My vitamin bag is...
Oh, no kidding.
I didn't replace it. We were just in France visiting Muriel's family, so I didn't replace. And her mom is doing great. Her mom had a little health scare,
We've all been thinking of her and prayers. Well, you know, Andrew is something that we give thanks for, especially when I can eat chocolate and lower my cholesterol. And I'm really not saying that to be tongue-in-cheek. The best chocolate in the world. This is our other today's special, and I know time is so short, but remember, you just choose the level of cacao. So you can do the 66, which is, I guess, quote, the American milk chocolate. They're all creamy.
Well, it's still 66. It's still dark chocolate.
Right.
But in our world, I consider it, if you're a milk chocolate lover, go with 66 or 74.
Right.
If you really love serious dark chocolate, then you're going to have the best dark chocolate experience you've ever had with our 91. Because despite being 91 and almost pure chocolate, which normally would be dry and cakey and brittle, it's creamy. It's melt in your mouth creamy. Our chocolate, if you were setting out to make the best chocolate in the world, you would sample chocolates from all over the world. You'd sample from different growers, from Africa, like the Ivory Coast, from South and Central America, from Asia. And you would see which tastes and which taste profiles work best. South and Central America are less bitter, more rich, but less bitter. That's where I finalized my search. And then we simply added our plant sterol esters, which plant sterol esters, from a chemical standpoint, from an aesthetic taste in your mouth standpoint, they behave like the fat in milk. The reason why milk chocolate is so creamy is because of milk fat. The reason why dark chocolate is not creamy is because it doesn't have milk fat. It's just dry, brittle. It's just it's the beans. So when you add this plant sterol ester, which is an incredible cholesterol-lowering ingredient, it has no taste at all. It creates the best tasting dark chocolate in the world. And I read some reviews in the last hour, and I'm not kidding, that this is a dark chocolate, the likes of which is not available anywhere else. And I'm not just talking about the fact that it's the most heart-healthy chocolate in the world, which it is. I'm talking about the fact that it's the best tasting chocolate, that if you just read the reviews or if you just chose to try it and you didn't even care about your cholesterol, that's just an added bonus, but you just wanted to taste the best chocolate squares in the world, then order these. They are the best tasting chocolate squares in the world, and I say that with absolute conviction because that's what I set out to do. If somehow when I made this, it lowered cholesterol, but you had to pay a little price of taste or flavor, I would tell you. But much to my surprise, when we blended these ingredients, it was Mother Nature's gift to us because it is absolutely phenomenal. And as I always say, if we pay careful enough attention to what Mother Nature has to offer us, it's amazing what we could arrive at. And that's exactly what ChocoNuvo is.
Well, and as testament to just how creamy it is, we can only do this during select times of the year. So this has been missing.
October to April.
Yep.
It's been, as you can say, missing in action completely.
It has.
Much to folks' dismay, and I'm really sorry. We tried the shipping with ice packs and things, but it's really environmentally unsound because we could ship a 4-pound tub of chocolate. It'll require 12 pounds of cooling material, which really isn't environmentally sound. And then if you live in Arizona or Nevada and it's out on your porch for a day, it won't matter, it'll still melt. So much to my dismay, much to your dismay, every year it needs to go away between May, really from May to October, from April until October.
And just in time for the holidays. I mean, not only...
So it's back though, in all its glory.
And best pricing we will see. In fact, you can kind of see the difference. So they're all individually sealed, which is great not only for portion control, but keeps them nice and fresh. So here's that 66, there's that 74, and there's that 91, respectively.
Right.
So choose the level of cacao, and then choose how many pieces of chocolate you would like, all with free shipping, and the best price for today and today only. We got the 30, 60, 120, and 300. We will pay to send it to you. I always mention that free shipping, especially if you'd like to do the big jug like a lot of us. Because remember, we don't do this 12 months out of the year, and we certainly don't do it at this price. So whether you have this at the ready, I keep them in my handbag. Even when I went to a movie the other night, you know, that concessions counter is pretty tempting, you know, with all those treats we like.
Because I like, if I have popcorn,
right?
I love chocolate. I like sort of that salty and sweet.
I do too.
And this is healthy. And I was just going to say, I'm not sure if we could see the difference. It probably is a little hard. That's the 66, that's the 74, and that's the 91. So all they are, look at it as though I'm doing botanical extracts. So that's a 66% extract of the cocoa bean, that's 74, that's 91. So the 91 is almost completely pure. And you usually have to be hardcore to enjoy 91. Not with ours, because it's so creamy. Our 74 is by far the most popular. I think that's about 55, 60% of the orders of the 74. And then probably about 25% in the 91, and about 15 or 20% in the 66. If you're just a diehard milk chocolate lover, then go with the 66. The 74 is sort of that happy medium, and the 91% is for the serious dark chocolate lovers. But again, all of them are creamy and melt in your mouth. They're not brittle, dry. This is not your typical dark chocolate. I know it's the fact that I make vitamins and all works against me, because you think, how could this possibly be the best tasting chocolate in the world? I would encourage you to read the reviews. There are countless reviews that say, surprised, normally don't like dark chocolate, normally don't like chocolate at all. But this is different.
And hey, you're eating chocolate, and you will lower that cholesterol level.
Significantly.
Significantly. Just as an aside, if this is available separately online, but if you do the large size, which is what a lot of us are doing, you also get the inclusion of my friend Muriel's ChocoNuvo Creations Cookbook. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I'm sorry. It is available separately. See, I just get so caught up in the recipes. It is available separately. My bad. My apologies there. So you can see that item number rotating and, you know, the side panel of your screen. But this is a good testament to just how creamy and delicious and how yummy this is. You're going to want this at the ready. For a lot of us, myself included, we do, you might want to consider doing all three, because for different reasons, sometimes I like the 91, a little more extreme if I'm grating it like nutmeg on, say, a bulletproof coffee or hot chocolate. If I'm snacking at the movie theater, then I like my 66. When I want my Goldilocks chocolate, I do the 74. It's, you know, it's entirely up to you, but only for today at this price.
And most folks also think, in terms of this, if we're talking about a reduction in cholesterol, it's kind of like when you have oatmeal, just a few %, which, by the way, my ultimate oatmeal has a cholesterol-lowering ingredient added and is like this, can deliver benefits of 10, 15, 20%. So we're not talking about a few % reduction in cholesterol. We're talking about more than a 10% reduction in total and a 10% reduction minimum in your low density, your bad cholesterol. So really what you could expect is 15% or so if you make some good dietary changes. You could experience 20 to 30% reductions. And remember, so if your cholesterol is say 225, you could be talking about a reduction down into the neighborhood of 180 just using a couple of squares with your largest meals. So it's really a great opportunity to make a profound difference. And hopefully when you use this, you make other changes in your diet as well, so you could really see how powerful. In fact, when you look at the research on natural means of lowering cholesterol, which are quite powerful, natural means of lowering cholesterol can be almost the equivalent of cholesterol-lowering drugs at 30, 35% or more. But when you look at those natural means, the most powerful of all is the ingredient in this product, the plant sterol ester. That's the most powerful of all. So